Hi, amazing people. How are you doing? I'm back. Day two. Uh-huh. Where I forgive the background. I'm shooting this in my bedroom because I'm trying to hide myself. I'm trying to have like my alone 20 minutes to just do this video. But as we all know, motherhood. Anyway, so I uh today there are a few things that I want us to talk about, or I want to let out of my chest. Anyway, yesterday, was it yesterday or was it the day before? Today is Monday. I don't know whether it's on Saturday or it is yesterday, Sunday. Miss Trudy, I know some of us know her. She came online, she came back on YouTube because she has been away for some time. And then, so apparently, she has had 6 miscarriages. And on the seventh one, like on her seventh pregnancy, that is, God has been faithful to her. So I feel for her. I can only imagine 6 miscarriages. I can only imagine like how that is heartbreaking and how that can like dim your light. That can, oh my God, like every time you get pregnant and you're like, will I make it on this one? Will I hold this baby? My God. Anyway, and I'm talking this from a point where I've had a stillbirth before. You know, if you are pregnant and the pregnancy is above, is it 20 weeks? It's called a still. Is it 4 months or 5 months? It's not a miscarriage anymore. It's called a stillbirth. And I imagine how painful that was, especially emotionally. And then I imagine her going through 6 miscarriages, like one, two. I pray and I pray to God that she gets to get even more children. That God may thank you to God that God has already like wiped her tears on her seventh pregnancy. But I wish and I pray for her that God may open even more for her. Like God may even give her more children if that is what she wishes for. So in today's episode, okay, I know I've started with a lot of talking and everything. I want us to talk about how we judge people unnecessarily. And why I'm saying that is because she was off for some time and people were not people I read some of the comments and there are the people who are saying that from when she got married at Wademaya has dimmed her light because Wademaya was still posting but she was not. As human beings we are so quick to like judge people, ask people, when are you getting pregnant, when are you bringing children, when are you, and we don't know some of the battles that most of us are fighting. Like we just don't know. And it is very, 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 very sad. And you know, the most painful thing about the whole thing is that women, we are the ones who are more cruel to fellow women. And it is a very, very sad thing. I remember last year, 2025, I told you in my other video that I moved to an estate where now there's like a community. I've found people, like most people here have their homes here. So we've built like a community. So there is this group of church women, I niliingia from our jumuiya. And then, so this group, okay, I've even remembered that story. This group had been there initially, but they were not as active. So the chair lady, God bless her soul, she's a good woman, by the way. From the little times I've interacted with her, okay, in the group we are like 50 women, I can say, like 50 to 60, because in this area there are like 50 to 60 homes, and a jumuiya is people who live like in the same area attending the same church, and in this case Catholic. So our chair lady, and it's not CWA, it's just like our Jumuiya. Now the women, we have a group. So now I remember this day we were now setting like the bylaws of the group. The group now like wanted to revive the group and everything. And then the chair lady was like, we need to write down. So we had chosen a chair lady, the secretary, the treasurer. Yeah. So now we were writing the bylaws. So she was like, the chair lady was like, we need to know on what events we contribute for people, like money for people. Hi, on what events? Okay, in my Jumuiya, in this area, there are some, oh, okay, my neighbor's car. So there are some women who are already retired. They're like women in their 60s, women in their 50s, we have all age groups. Then now they are Sisi in our 30s. I think they even those who are in their 20s, yeah, like young mothers. So the chairlady said, I think it is very necessary we be doing like a baby shower or gushogia mwana for our fellow members, because as you can see in this group we have young mothers, and I know that they are not done giving birth and everything. Mind you, this was my first time in that group. It was my first meeting to attend. So I had sat next to 3 women. Like I regretted having sat next to them. In fact, I was telling my neighbor, if I ever have if I ever have a baby shower or gushogia mwana, I don't know if I would want this lady's money. Okay, because the way they were talking, wow. In fact, we were not to contribute a lot of money for gushogia mwana. It was just like, so what we normally do, we said, since not everybody will be contributing, and let's say for example I am known, so when it is my turn to maybe have a rorasho, a wedding, a funeral or anything, when it's my turn, because people know me, maybe most people will contribute. But if it's your turn and they do not know, like let's say 30 people contribute during my time, but when it's your turn, like 20 people contribute. You see, now I'll have received more money than you'll have received. So we decided, instead of that, let's put like maximum amount of money. Even though people contribute 100K, you'll receive a 50,000, and then the remaining 50 that has been contributed will be in the group's kitty for another time, or like snacks for next time or stuff like that, which is a good thing. So now the ladies I had sat next to, I was even wondering, like, are these mothers? Oh my God. And then the chair lady told them, oh, like, I love that woman. Do you know what she told them? She was like, I've never seen women like you before. But then she called them out. Like, she did not like go outside. She called them out. She was like, even though nobody was there for you when you were giving birth, we are going to be there for these young mothers who we have in this group, because that is what we are required to do by God. That is what is right. Hey, until everybody like, now those ones who were complaining, they like, so I really wanted to know, like, do these women have children? Do they have girls? Hey, kumbe, even like all of them have daughters. In fact, there is one of them who have akona like 3 daughters. And another one, the daughter is almost done with Form 4. With university. So, because the child lady said, now if you don't contribute for these young mothers, and you will invite these young mothers to your daughter's weddings, okay? So we really need to be there. So, hey, let me tell you. But as I was saying before, women, we really need to, like, let's love one another, like, genuine. Let's extend grace. Let's extend grace. If I've not told you about, let's say for example, I'm married for 5 years, I only have one child. Like, why do you keep asking me when I'll get my second one? What if I only wanted one? Okay, let's say I'm married for 10 years. I don't have a child. Don't you know nowadays there is a child-free generation? There are people who don't want children, and it's okay. Like, giving birth is a personal thing. Do you know what it takes to carry a pregnancy to full term? No, wait. Do you know what it takes to actually even get pregnant? Huh? We were laughing with a friend of mine. We were like, you see, like when you're in campus or in high school, try have sex and see how fast you'll get pregnant. Then get married. Try getting pregnant and you will see how hard it is. I don't know how these things just change. Hmm? Or now you get pregnant, like as Miss Trudy was saying, she also she has to do an inverted womb. I never even knew there was such a thing. And then people are just there commenting. If you don't have anything positive to comment on one's videos, please just don't. I did not ask you to be my fan. She did not ask you to support her. She did not ask you to watch her videos. So what the hell would you just go like being rude and hey, please, can we just be nice? Hmm? You see, like the time Betty Kialo, when she's pregnant right now. Hey, did you read the comments? Does it matter if she has been impregnated by a 2-year-old or whatever? How is it your problem? So that is her happiness. Like when is it when in 2026 let us mind our own business, please. Mind your own business. Even us, those in the village who you are there now looking whether your cousin or your brother sijui is being done what by the wife so that you can do what and you cannot go and be the wife. Hey, please. Eh? You know some of these things they just irritate you. Like kabisa. Like, how is it your business? Huh? Some of you are in failed marriages and you're there talking about your brother's marriage. No, advising your brother against his wife because now you are the epitome of success. And that time you don't even have a husband yourself and you're in your late 30s, in your 40s. Like, can we just be friends? Can we just be no, even don't be my friend, but please don't talk smack. Don't, please don't. Can we just be nice in 2026? Let's be nice. Like, be nice to, especially to a fellow woman. Be nice. Even though wewe umemaliza kuzaa ama hutakangi sijui nini, like, be nice to someone who has not gotten pregnant when you thought they should be getting pregnant because it is you are thinking, it is in your here. Like, let's be nice. Let's extend grace. My God, can we just be good to people? Let's be good. Like, I remember when I had that stillbirth. So, you know, the way the whole thing happened, I was working. I reported to work on a Monday. Actually, the place I was working, I had not even told people, apart from the lady we were working with at the reception. She's the only one who knew I was pregnant. I had not told anyone else that I was pregnant. And then me, I have a potty, so you can't even tell if it's pregnancy or it is just my big tummy. So this Monday, so we had a company event the previous Friday. So on Monday, I come to work and my back is aching. So I'm like, so even most people had not reported to work that Monday. Even like my immediate boss had not. So there was this HR assistant who was in the office. So I went to her. I told her, please kindly allow me to go to a hospital just next to where I was working. And then because my back hurts so badly, I don't know that it's because of Friday. I didn't even tell her I was pregnant. You get? I just told her my back hurts so badly. And since today is not so busy, kindly allow me to go to this hospital just there. I go get checked. I get like painkillers or something, and then I'll be back in like 2 hours. She was like, it was almost lunch. No, it was almost lunchtime. It was like 11. So she was like, it's okay. Leah, you can go. So I went. Hi. So I decided, because I was due for clinic, I was like, I was supposed to go for clinic that Thursday. So I said, instead of going to coming to hospital today and then on Thursday I'll still come. So I was like, let me just, instead of going to see a doctor, let me see my gyna at once. So I went to my gyna. I went to the clinic. When I went to the clinic, because the clinic is just there. So when I went, the gyna was like, so how are you feeling? I said, I have this back pain. So he was like, I'll give you Panadol for that, because you're not supposed to take, like, but he said you need to do tests, because at times when you have an infection, you can have back pain. I was like, it's okay, I'll do the test. So I went, my pee was collected, and then he was like, since on Thursday we were to do a scan, is it okay if we do the scan right now? I was like, it's okay, I can just go for the ultrasound. I went for the ultrasound, and then now the lady, the sonographer, hey, that one was so, and she didn't have any grace. So okay, or maybe she didn't, let me extend grace, maybe she didn't know how to tell it to me. She was like, Claire, have you drank water? I told her, but I'm not supposed to drink water. Like, the pregnancy is big. I'm not supposed to. I was not told I'm supposed to drink water. I thought we drink water only when the pregnancy is very small for the cervix to be seen properly. She was like, no, go outside. Mind you, you see that TV, the one where now they can read whatever the ultrasound. I had seen, every time I used to go for a scan, my baby was very active, like very, very active. On this day, my baby just was looking like it's like their face is down like this. So my heart was beating. My heart was racing. My heart was racing. Oh my God, my heart was racing. So she was like, sit outside there, drink some water, because there are some things that are not clear, and then I'm going to call you. I was like, are you sure? I asked her, I told her, kindly don't like beat around the bush. Just tell me if there's a problem, because I can read your face. She was like, Claire, just go sit there. A nurse is coming to. There was like, I sit down, drink water, then now a nurse is coming, like you. So just tell me what is happening. So I told her, so just tell me if there's no heartbeat. That's what I told her, like bluntly, like that. She just looked at me. I was like, because I don't want to argue with her and I don't want to be rude, let me just go and sit. So I went, sat. So the nurse came, she took the result, the ultrasound, then took it to my doctor. My doctor told me, unfortunately, there's no heartbeat. So now I started asking. And then now from the scan, they could tell, my baby had like passed on like a month before, or like not, it was not like an immediate thing. Like from the way they measure, the baby had not been growing for some time. So I asked the doctor, wait, last time you told me a scan was not necessary. Why? So I started questioning my gyna. He was like, have you been bleeding? Since you were not bleeding, since there was no... He started telling me a lot of bullshit. I was like, okay. So I was like, now we can't release you. You need to get admitted so that you can give birth. Because I was like, give birth. Yeah, I was like, they told me, yeah, unfortunately, we will induce you. By the way, at this time, I was numb. I don't know if you've ever been numb. Have you ever been numb? Like, people are telling you things, wewe unawaangalia tu. I tried to cry. There were no tears. Like, I was in denial. So I called my partner. He was not even in town. I told him, now, there's no heartbeat. He was like, no, are you sure? I told him, maybe I can give the doctor the phone, you talk to him. He was told, unfortunately, there's no heartbeat, and this baby needs to be birthed like with immediate effect. Hey, mi nilikaa tu, I was just there. Like, naambiwa, go south, nasa ananishika mkono, twende hivi, we go. fanya hivi, sign hapa. So now it's to start the admission process. Bahati, there's a friend of mine who was in town. Like I just texted them. I was like, unaweza kuja hapa hosi? Akakuja. He helped me. Like he's like a brother to me. He's from uko Ushago. We've been brought up together. Like I know, and I knew that anajua hizi mambo, like, because he has children. So I thought, who else can I call? I mean, nikaona wacha tu nipigie beshte yangu. Aki, and may God bless you, because he sat with me there until my brothers came at night, because that was like around, I didn't even have lunch that day. So now at night, so now there were tests that I had to be done so that they could know the medicine to induce me with. So the tests were done. And then the funny thing, in this hospital, and the reason why I'm saying it's a funny thing is because God just does his things. I don't know. Do you know, when I gave birth to my daughter, the maternity ward was full. So they went, there was a ladies' ward, a woman's ward that was not full. So, waliniambia, we'll give you that bed. It was a corner bed near a window with my daughter that time when I gave birth to my daughter. They told me, you will sleep here for today. Then tomorrow, when the maternity ward will get a bed, you will go there. So the very funny thing is that this night, when I was supposed now to give birth, they can't take you to, that hospital is good. They can't take you to where women are laboring. Okay. Because those women are laboring children who are alive. You're waiting to meet your still baby. Hey. So now, the bed I was given, the only bed that was available was the same bed I slept with my daughter. It's a woman's ward. So every woman, okay, so in that hospital, there are like 3 beds this side, 3 beds this side. First of all, I didn't want a private room. Private room alone at night. And it is not that you have come for happiness. I would not want. But there, I am not for a private room unless I have someone who's going to sleep with me. Like there's my bed and a chair where someone can like rest. Na nikuwe na mtu tunakaa na yeye. But me, you leave me there alone. No. Not now. No. I want to stay in a ward where I can see so and so. I can see somebody next. I can talk stories with them or something like that. So the same bed, I was told, here is where you're going to stay. So I went, I sat. Now they had already given me hospital clothes. And then now the other clothes had to go home. But they didn't even go home. Now there was nobody to go to take them home. So I called my nanny. I told her I won't be coming today. So it's you with the child. Please take care of my child. Anyway, that is life. I remember that day. So at night is when I gave birth. By the way, it's a stillbirth. You give birth. Like the contractions come. Hey, you time them. My God. Please, God, just be gracious to women. Ooh. I was not supposed to cry. Anyway. Yeah. So now I was just imagining. Oh, Leah. I was just imagining when Miss Trudy was saying she had 6 miscarriages. And with every miscarriage, they have to take you to hospital. They have to remove whatever was growing. They have to clean your uterus. I hope I imagine if those who say their uteruses are cleaned when they are not under any anesthesia. Hey, God. And then you're there, you're typing, you're fighting hard. Like the way people were so unkind to Kambua, Eunice Njeri. When Eunice Njeri, we were like, you could see in the internet, like, why are you not getting married? When Kambua got married, did you how many years you've... So I'm like, why would you just take your phone and type such things? Huh? I just don't know. We need to be more kind. Please just be kind. Be kind to the person next to you. I could be smiling. I could be the one smiling the most in a room, but you don't know what battles I'm fighting. Imagine you don't. You just don't know. So what will it cost you to be just kind? If it true, it's hard. But anyway, I think I should just end this here. Please, let's be kind. Be kind to one another. Don't be, especially as women, don't be quick to rusha your mouth. Man, you don't know tomorrow. Imagine you don't. Huh? You just don't know. It may not happen to you, but you have a child. Even let's say, for example, you don't have girls. You're like, I am a boy mom. But then you think your boys they won't marry. You think your boys won't marry? Or they will marry fellow men. So that now we can say, Abby, you will never witness this. And you're there, you're just, hey, please.